Shalom uvracha. My name is Rabbi Joseph Beda. This week's parasha, Vayikra, opens its own book, the middle book of the five Hamisha Chumshei Torah, the book of Vayikra. And it starts with a pasuk that on the surface seems very pedestrian. Vayikra el Moshe, Vaydaber elav me'ohel moed lemor. Hashem called to Moshe, and he spoke to him from the Ohel Moed, saying. If you look a little carefully at the pasuk, however, you'll notice that there are three words that contribute to one major idea, the idea that this is a prophetic teaching, that Hashem is speaking to Moshe. We have the words kara in Vayikra, we have the word daber in Vaydaber, and amar in lemor. And each one of these things means speaking, saying words. So why do we need to say all three? Why is one word not sufficient? What's the message that's being conveyed with these words? Perhaps each one is giving us a picture of the concept of prophecy. We have to understand that the Torah that we have is not just any ordinary book, but actually it is the word of Hashem to us, humanity. And therefore, if we look in these words, we're going to see different aspects of what that means. The concept of receiving prophecy from Hashem. Let's start from the back. Amar, lemor. Words. Lemor is to say. And what the Torah is words. And it's very interesting. It's not pictures. It's not just sounds. There's actually a text that we have to read and understand. And a key to studying the word of Hashem is to understand that that Hashem's message to us comes in words, and therefore we have to study the words of Hashem. And Baruch Hashem, the whole enterprise of Talmud Torah is all about the idea of taking the words, taking them seriously, trying to understand them, interpret them, and so on. But there's more. By daber. Daber means there's speech, there is communication. It's not just simply a book, but there's the understanding that Hashem spoke to us. There's some communication, there's something He wants. He wants us to be listening, understanding, realizing that there's a back and forth. But perhaps most unusual is the introductory word in the pasuk of Vayikra. And kara could mean a number of different things, but I'd like to talk about two meanings that the word kara often means in the Tanakh, and both are relevant. First of all, Vayikra, kara often means to raise one's voice. Bekor'i aneni. In those instances, the word kara means that there's a certain raising of the voice, a certain elevation of the significance of what's going on. And second, likra often means to invite. And what we have to realize here is that Vayikra means that the prophecy of Hashem gives us a certain call. We have to perk up our ears to listen. We have to realize there's an invite to us to be a part of the Torah, to be a part of the relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So, the beginning of this week's parasha, it's one pasuk. It almost could have been left out and just started with the next pasuk. But of course, it's trying to give us a very, very important message. The message of the concept of prophecy. The message of Hashem is speaking to us. The message of Hashem is calling us to hear His words. The message of those words are there for us to listen to, work through, understand, discover, and interpret. Shabbat Shalom.